The Academy Awards, popularly known as the Oscars, is an annual prestigious award show to acknowledge people in the film industry for their artistic and technical merits. The event draws millions of people to watch their favorite actors and actresses flaunt their clothes and fashion on the red carpet. It is also a way for us to take a peek on how it's like to be a celebrity. But beside all the glitz and glamour and honorary awards, the thing we all remember in these shows are the big time bloopers, from wardrobe malfunctions, falling on the ground celebrities, and the controversies that make the show even more entertaining. Hi, welcome to YouWannaWatch. In this video, we're going to discuss the most controversial Oscar moments. At number 21, we have Whoopi's Oopsies. Whoopi seems to be a hot topic these days, especially with her remarks about the Holocaust. But when Whoopi Goldberg hosted the Oscars for the third time in 1999, she was no stranger to the event. Her performance, however, was met with mixed reactions because she used the B word to refer then Presidential Secretary Betty Currie, who was allegedly engaged in Monica Lewinsky's controversy. S-bombs were also dropped so swiftly that ABC censors were unable to bleep them in time. At number 20, we have George C. Scott says no to his Oscar. George C. Scott was nominated for an Oscar for his performance in Patton, but he had no time for award shows. The ceremonies are a 2-hour meat parade, a public display with contrived suspense for economic reasons, Scott said to the media in 1970. Scott chose to stay in New York and watch hockey game at home rather than attending the event. After campaigning for a director nomination for Rage in 1972, he changed his opinions about award shows, but he was seen at the show in 1982. At number 19, we have Sachin Littlefeather turns down Marlon Brando's Oscar for him. In 1973, Marlon Brando won The Godfather, but he did not attend the ceremony. Sachin Littlefeather, an actress and Native American activist, was sent in his place. He very regretfully cannot accept this very generous award, said Littlefeather in her speech, and the reason for this being are the treatment of American Indians today by the film industry. The Academy no longer allows a proxy to accept the Oscar. Presenters now accept the award on behalf of the winner. Native Americans are still striving for representation in the entertainment business. At number 18, we have nudity at the Oscars. The 1970s were plenty of memorable events, but presenter David Nevin's clever remark when a streaker hit the stage is possibly the most memorable. Photographer Robert Oppel made his nude entrance while flashing a peace sign through a backstage curtain. Niven then joked, "Isn't it fascinating to think probably the only laugh that man will ever get in his life is by stripping off and showing his shortcomings?" To this day, conspiracy theories persist that it was a staged spectacle orchestrated by Oscar producer Jack Haley Jr., but no one has ever confirmed this story. At number 17, we have Cher's protest through fashion. Cher was unhappy that the Academy did not recognize her outstanding performance in the film Mask. She chose to express her displeasure in a Cher-like manner through fashion. Bab Mackie created an incredible headdress and skimpy black bedded two-piece outfit for Best Supporting Actor presenting duties. On stage, she said, "As you can see, I did receive my Academy booklet on how to dress like a serious actress." At number 16, we have Rob Lowe and Snow White. Brat Packer Rob Lowe rose to stardom in the late 1980s, courtesy of his film St. Elmo's Fire and About Last Night. He was also involved in a sex video scandal, which made his Oscar duet with the Disney princess Eileen Bowman as Snow White an ill-timed disaster. The morning after, Bowman signed a gag order preventing her from talking about the performance for 13 years. I remember sitting in my condo after being served the papers, watching the news, and the Snow White number was all that was on the news, Bowman recalled in 2013. At number 15, we have Seth MacFarlane's song. Seth MacFarlane is known to be a very funny comedian and voice actor for American Dad and Family Guy, that it seemed it was going to be no-brainer for him to host the 2013 Oscars. However, his musical number We Saw Your Boobs angered women. Seth spent about 2 minutes pointing out actresses in the audience who were in films where their breasts were seen. When Naomi Watts' name was mentioned, her smile faded, and Charlize Theron hid her face in embarrassment. Despite the outcry, the Academy justified the situation as an example of creative freedom. At number 14, we have Neil Patrick Harris's joke. Comedians as hosts for Oscars seems to be a thing in Hollywood. It is guaranteed that they can make the show funny and entertaining. So when Neil Patrick Harris hosted the Oscar in 2015, many expected him to glide across the stage with ease. But things took a turn when the actor ridiculed actress Danny Perry's costume just after she dedicated her prize to her late son who committed suicide. Some of his comments about black actors and filmmakers fell flat, especially since all of the leading and supporting actors and directors were white that year. And number 13, we have the Marissa Tomei conspiracy. Where were you when Marissa Tomei won Best Supporting Actress for My Cousin Vinny at the Academy Awards? In terms of bizarre conspiracy theories, it may not compare to the killing of JFK, but industry rumors have theorized for years that Tomei was never supposed to win at all. The Hollywood Reporter stated in 1994, a year after her win, that Tomei had collected the award in error because flustered presenter Jack Palance couldn't read the name on the winner's card. Instead, he announced Tomei, the last thing on the nearby teleprompter that he could make out. Cue to a 2-decade over-up if you believe that sort of thing. At number 12, we have David Letterman's hosting disaster. If 9-time host Billy Crystal is the Academy's safe set of hands, then David Letterman is the ceremony's infant terrible. His tenure as showrunner in 1995 was a catastrophe, filled with off-killer humor that confused the onlookers as well as everyone watching at home. Oprah Oprah Oprah. Have you kids met Keanu? He joked to complete bemusement. Only Seth MacFarlane, whose We Saw Your Boobs musical intro number to torpedo the 2013 ceremony, came close in terms of terribleness. At number 11, we have Angelina Jolie loves her brother a little too much. Angelina Jolie has always been surrounded by controversy, and the 2000 Academy Awards were no exception. Her win for Best Supporting Actress for Girl Interrupted drew a lot of attention, but it was her words about her brother, James Haven, that got everyone all creeped out. "I'm in shock, and I'm so in love with my brother right now," she said in her acceptance speech. "He just held me and said he loved me, and I know he's so happy for me." Jolie's speech may appear harmless on its own. However, the controversy stems from the fact that Jolie's gratitude for her brother's support came after the sibling kissed on the lips on the Oscars red carpet, a practice that still has a stigma attached to it. In comparison to our open-minded approach these days and what kissing a family member might imply. While there has never been any cause to suspect anything about Angelina Jolie and her brother, the timing of this extremely public display of devotion, which occurred after a run of public wild child behavior, didn't help Jolie's public image at all. At number 10, we have Sacha Baron Cohen provokes North Korea. There's no better place for a prankster like Sacha Baron Cohen than the Academy Awards with millions of eyes glued to the screen. He smuggled an Ali G suit into the 2016 Oscar events to express his displeasure with the hashtag #OscarsSoWhite Race Row. But 4 years prior, he pulled off a memorable prank in character as the dictator Admiral General Aladdin. This involves spilling the ashes of former North Korean leader Kim Jong-il over the sacred ground by the red carpet, and interviewer Ryan Seacrest, a provocative gag that saw him swiftly bundled away by security before he could trigger World War III. At number 9, we have hashtag #OscarsSoWhite. The 2016 Academy Awards were plagued by controversy due to the astonishing lack of diversity, with all 20 acting candidates being Caucasian. Spike Lee, Will Smith, and Jada Pinkett Smith led a boycott of the Oscars when the hashtag #OscarsSoWhite became viral on social media. Chris Rock, the show host, addressed the controversy directly in his opening monologue. He explained, "I'm here at the Academy Awards, otherwise known as the White People's Choice Awards," he said. "If they nominated host, I wouldn't even get this job." At number 8, we have Asghar Farhadi, refuses to attend. In 2012, Asghar Farhadi's magnificent drama A Separation won Best Foreign Language Film, and thanks to a nomination of The Salesman. The Iranian director could have won his second Oscar in 2017. He did not, however, be present for the ceremony, having declined to travel due to President Trump's controversial travel ban. The 2017 award season has been charged with anti-Trump sentimental from Meryl Streep at the Golden Globes to Stranger Things star David Harbour at the SAGs, so we wouldn't be surprised if one of this year's winners uses their acceptance speech to make Farhadi's absence felt. At number 7, we have Crash is a controversial winner. Crash was voted the worst Best Picture winner of the last few decades' 2006 Academy Awards. Although Brokeback Mountain was expected to win, the award went to the ensemble film. After announcing the victory, presenter Jack Nicholson exclaims, "Whoa." At number 6, we have the McCarthy-era director Elia Kazan receives an honorary Oscar. For decades, moviegoers have adored Elia Kazan's films such as A Streetcar Named Desire and On the Waterfront, but the director had a slew of Hollywood foes. He provided the House Committee of UN American Activities with the names of suspected communists in the entertainment sector. Even though his work stands the test of time, his honorary Oscar was met with mixed reactions at the 1999 Academy Awards. Warren Beatty and Meryl Streep stood up to applaud him while Nick Nolte and Ed Harris gave him the silent treatment. It's a pretty interesting reaction from Hollywood's elite. We are nearing the end of our video, but before we proceed, we would like to ask you to please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and follow us on our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/YouWannaWatch. Okay, now back to the story. At number 5, we have politics at the Oscar. It may seem amusing now that politics and award presentations go hand in hand, but it was a massive Oscar no-no in 1993. Susan Sarandon and Tim Robbins used their presenter platform to speak about HIV-positive Haitians' mistreatment. Richard Gere has spoken out against China's invasion of Tibet. All three were banned for life from future ceremony. That ban clearly wasn't enforced, because Sarandon won an Oscar in 1996 for Dead Man Walking and Robbins won for Mystic River in 2004. At number 4, we have Casey Affleck's sexual harassment allegations. Brie Larson had hoped to give the Best Actor Oscar to someone other than Casey Affleck, but he won. Larson has been a long supporter of survivors of sexual harassment, and the actor's charges of sexual harassment did not sit with her well. Larson didn't applaud after a quick hug, and she made it plain after the Oscars that her lack of enthusiasm was deliberate. I think that whatever it was that I did on stage kind of spoke for itself. I've said it all I need to about the topic, Larson told Vanity Fair. At number 3, we have lackluster James Franco. Having a host in events like the Oscars is crucial. Hosts from the past can make jokes, dance, and sing. So, the honorary role is prestigious but has a lot of stakes to make the show more entertaining than that of a previous year. The 83rd Academy Award will go down in history as the most hated Oscars of all time, with James Franco in particular showing little pleasure in the role, and Anne Hathaway attempting to compensate with extreme excitement. The 36-year-old actress confessed to People that James persuaded her to co-host the show with him, despite her better judgment. In the Comedy Central roast of James Franco in 2013, James was constantly roasted for his lackluster performance as a host in the 2011 Oscar, and several of the stars and comedians there mentioned that it was Anne Hathaway that carried the show. If it were not for Anne, the Oscars would have been even more of a disaster. At number 2, we have John Travolta's infamous Adele Dazeem moment. In the 2014 Academy Awards, John Travolta was supposed to introduce Idina Menzel before she sang Let It Go from the movie Frozen. Instead, he said, "Please welcome the wickedly talented one and only Adele Dazeem." From that moment on, only one meme mattered on social media. Idina's performance throughout the song was okay, but you could clearly see and hear that there was something wrong. It was either she was shocked from her introduction that she never truly recovered. You can see from her body language that she was disappointed and it was reflected in the song, or it could just be that the tempo of the song was a little off. In 2015, however, Idina got her revenge when she introduced John Travolta as Glom Gazingo. He then said he deserved that, and then finally mentioned her name correctly. The crowd applauded even though the moment was obviously staged, but it was quite sweet that the two were together on stage and on good terms. Finally, at number 1, we have the infamous Best Picture envelope snafu. The Oscars were just about to wrap up with La La Land for Best Pictures when everyone watching the show found out the wrong envelope had been delivered to presenters Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty. On the stage, there was a shambles of people. Jimmy Kimmel attempted to salvage the day, and a PricewaterhouseCoopers accountant had to explain why he was tweeting instead of handing out the correct envelope. It's no surprise that the 2018 Academy Awards accountant will have to check their phones at the door. Since the Oscars are coming up, are you excited about the event to see your favorite movie stars and their awards? Or are you more excited for the bloopers? What do you think about our topic? Did we miss something you think should have been included? Let us know by writing a comment on this video. If you're interested in our other videos, just hover over the videos and just press play. Until next time, watchers, thank you for watching our video.